Good morning, Mr. Steel.
Morning. Now, who do I make this out to?
Actually, I was going to take your order. Not that I'm not a big fan, which I am. Die Hard was one of my all-time favorites.
That wasn't me. That was Bruce Willis. And he's bald.
Oh, you're just like him, except not bald, of course. Now, what can I get you?
How about a room at the Four Seasons?
Would you like the full English breakfast?
That's a no. No, I'll take fresh guava juice, an egg white frittata with broccolini, rice, cheese, and peppers.
I've got toast.
Never mind. Just bring me a skinny latte decaf with non-fat soya milk and an extra shot.
Nescafe, okay? I give up.
How about water? Can you do water? Has drinking water arrived in England yet?
One lovely glass of fresh water. Coming up. Do you feel all right, Mr. Steel?
I will once I've got these inside me.
That's a lot of pills.
Not compared to what I used to take. It's just your regular multivitamins. I've got some uppers, some downers to counteract those uppers, more uppers to counteract the downers, antioxidants, probiotics, omega-3s.
You certainly look after yourself, Mr. Steel.
My body is a temple.
No, it looks more like a pharmacy, in a good way.
Yeah. Thanks for breakfast. I'll go pack my bags.
Why?
I'm checking out.
Oh.
So, what's King Lear like this morning? Still grumpy?
Says he wants to check out.
Well, he's a real charmer, isn't he?
It's how these big stars get into their characters. It's what they call method acting. You see, King Lear is really grumpy.
Yeah, if he were playing Romeo, he'd be a real sweetie.
Oh, I see him playing Romeo. He'd look good in tights. And a cod piece. Oh, Mary.
Too much detail.
I'm just saying I'd like to see him in a romantic lead.
He's had enough practice in real life, apparently. I read it in a magazine. He's insatiable. Anything in a skirt.
Really?
Can you tell the concierge my bags are ready?
Good morning, Mr. Steele.
Oh, you again.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. I want you to tell your people that I'm not happy with the accommodation.
Mary. Apparently, Mr. Steele isn't happy with the accommodation.
Well, I'm very sorry, but he's in the best room I've got.
The management is very sorry, Mr. Steele, but you are occupying the best room available.
You're kidding, right?
Mary, are you kidding? She's not kidding.
But the room doesn't have an ensuite.
But the facilities are just down the hall.
Oh, I found them eventually, only after barging in on some broad who was snoring like a foghorn.
Yes, well, I'm terribly sorry, but that room is all I have.
Come on. Next thing you're going to tell me you don't have a health club.
Nor does Mary have a banqueting suite or conferencing facilities. See, the clue is in the words bed and breakfast. I'm afraid this job will require you to make a few compromises.
I am not an unreasonable man. I can do compromise. Just ask my ex-wife. She took everything. But as a Hollywood A-lister, you have to understand that I must maintain my status.
I can see that, yes.
Otherwise, the rest of the cast won't respect me. It's a natural hierarchy. So, as the guy at the top of the food chain, I do have a few very small, basic requirements.
Of course you do.
I shall require a mini bar and a home cinema.
Oh, is that all?
No. I shall also require fresh flowers daily, and a dietitian and a personal trainer.
Well, that certainly doesn't sound unreasonable. We will certainly see what we can do, won't we, Mary? In the meantime, shall I take you to the rehearsal?
I'll catch up with you later.
Where's the car?
There isn't a car, sorry. And unfortunately, the helicopter's out of service, so I'm afraid we're going to have to walk.
Nobody walks in Los Angeles.
Oh, you'll find it's really very easy. You just put one foot in front of the other. You'll soon get the hang of it.
Add that to my list. I want a limo to take me to and from the set.
It really isn't very far.
I don't care how far it is. Look, it is totally unreasonable.
Don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington. Don't put your daughter on the stage. The profession is overcrowded, and the struggle to be...
We are here.
Good morning, Dorothy. Good morning, Mr. Steel.
Morning, Dennis.
How was your journey?
Oh, unacceptably long.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean, Mr. Steel. I got held up at Crackett's Lane. They got one of those hedge trimmers leading right across the road. And the traffic, well, it was backed up way beyond the silage depot. And never gets Mr. Steel.
Dennis, it is Dennis, right?
Yes.
Yes, Dennis, let's get one thing straight right here. You're confusing me for somebody who cares.
Anyway, you're here now, Dennis, which is the main thing. Ready and keen to rehearse, which is always a bonus when you're putting on a play.
So, Dorothy, am I playing Gloucester today, or Albany, or Edgar? I wasn't sure whether it's not to bring the beard.
Oh, it's a bit early for costumes, Dennis. Enter Gloucester today.
Enter the Earl of Kent. Centre stage.
Hello, madam. Okay, that's all of us, I think. Apologies from Rupert, who's playing the Duke of Cornwall, amongst others. And from Janice, who would be playing Cordelia, but isn't. So I am.
This is starting to sound desperate.
Oh no, this is actually quite a good turnout. And doubling up is part of the fun.
Fun?
That's the idea.
Sorry, everyone. Mr. Steele, you left your glasses in your room.
I don't have glasses.
And they were by your bed.
You must be mistaken. Jefferson Steel has 20/20 vision.
Oh, yes, of course. And you had infrared eyes in the Terminator.
That wasn't me, that was Schwarzenegger. And that was before my time.
Well, good, so that's cleared that up then. Shall we take it from the year's first big speech on page 5? You know, I think the glasses would be a good prop. Should we try it with the glasses?
Well, you're the director, unbelievably.
Good. So, let's give it a whirl.
Give me the map there. Where's the map? I don't have a map. How am I supposed to do this without a map? Jeez, first line and the whole thing is falling apart.
Just pretend for now.
It's called acting.
Know that we have divided. In 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent. Shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths while we, on birth and crawl towards death.
Oh, really? This is terrible.
Hey, I agree, but don't blame me, buddy. I didn't write this stuff.
Can we please just carry on?
Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interests of territory, cares of state, which of you shall we say doth love us most? That we our largest bounty may extend, where nature doth with merit challenge. Goner.
That's me. She's the one who says she loves you, but she doesn't really. Only that's the character, of course, not in real life. That's not to say that I don't like you, but that... Sorry.
And your point is?
The point is that Mary's character is pronounced Goneril. You do know the play, don't you, Mr. Steele?
Sure. It's about a guy whose daughters drive him nuts.
And you have read it?
I prefer to enter rehearsals with a blank slate.
You haven't read it.
He hasn't even read the play.
Please tell me you've read the play.
Everything going all right?
Well, everything's fine. It's going well. We're all learning a lot. Jefferson, you remember Lauren?
Lauren, right. No.
She handles PR for our sponsor. She's probably the most important person here.
Wrong again.
Perhaps we should have a break here.
Finally, a good idea.
We've only been rehearsing for 5 minutes.
Oh, as well as playing Gloucester, I'm also the company health and safety officer. You can't smoke in a public building.
This isn't a public building. This is barely a barn.
Why don't you go outside and have your cigar, relax, and maybe have a look at the play? Apparently it's quite good.
You know what happened to the last director who thought they knew better than me?
They won an Oscar?
Oh, funny. I don't see why you're playing the fool.
Back in 5 minutes?
Do I have a choice?
That's a spirit.
So, Mr. Steel is happy, isn't he? Only you know what the chairman's like, and he wasn't very keen to do this anyway.
Yes, we are all indebted to you, Lauren. Can't have been easy persuading your husband.
Well, theatre's not really Colin's thing. He's more of a monster truck racing man.
You are making a very noble gesture patronising the arts.
I think Colin's basically interested in selling beer at the interval.
Here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and thee, hold thee from this forever.
Oh, come on, Nigel. We know you know your lines.
They're not his lines, they're Lear's lines.
It's not fair. I should be Lear. It's every actor's dream.
You're a lawyer, Nige? Get over it.
What has Jefferson Steel got that I haven't?
Fame, good looks, money. How long have you got?
Well, thank you for that vote of confidence. But in terms of acting, let's face it, he's no Laurence Olivier.
Oh, that's not fair. It's early days and we shouldn't make rash judgments. Because I think he's totally fantastic.
Mary, you're blushing.
Jesus, it's cold out there. Got contentious death smoking out there. Yo, Charlie. Yeah. Have you got me out of this yet? No? Well, then you're still dead. Oh, great. No, this ought to be good. Yeah. What does Poison Barbie want now? No. No, Charlie, out of the question. When? Okay, Charlie, but I don't need this right now.
Bad news?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Mr. Rosen thought this would be good for you.
Charlie Rosen is a lying, thieving scumbag son of a bitch.
Particularly since you weren't getting a flood of other offers.
Things are quiet right now. Right across the industry, you can ask anybody.
But since things are quiet, temporarily, maybe you should make the best of it.
That's certainly what the rest of us will have to do.
So, homework. By next rehearsal, I want everyone to be familiar with the whole text, as we haven't got the luxury of much time. And so when we come back to Act 1, perhaps you could all have had a think about your motivation.
My motivation is that I'll look like a complete schmuck, and I'll stick with this lousy show.
Oh, he's just joking, Lauren. Theatrical badinage.
Oh, right. The beer broad. You're still here?
Actually, if you don't mind, I brought you some samples of our product to try.
Oh, what samples?
Well, there's Harvest Gold, and then we have Nutty Badger, and then there's this one, which we've named to tie in with the show.
Tell me the worst.
King Beer.
Love it.
You know, like King Lear.
That's terrible.
True enough. But I reckon it'll do the trick. A couple of pints of this, and even Nigel will look attractive.
Oh, go on, Mr. Steele, try it. Come on, let's get a picture of you drinking it for our website.
Oh! Jeez! Oh!
Sorry. Jet lag.
Oh, barman, barman, please serve me a British pint of beer. I have sopped my way around the world, and nothing can compare. Not too warm and not too cold, standing proud and clear. Oh, barman, barman, please serve me a British pint of beer.